Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Greeting to you all out there, the listeners. May Allah bless all of us through this program. And today our topic is God and creation, the second part, and that is the acts of worship, or in Arabic, ibadah. Now, what is the main purpose God created creations, especially mankind and genie? Well, this is what the purpose is, the main purpose. I created the jinn and humankind only that they might worship me. So we are created to worship God. Now, in order to worship God, according to Imam Ghazali, our scholars of old, it is obligatory for you to know who you worship before you do your worship. That means we should know who we're going to worship. And that is what Imam Ghazali also said. After he knows Allah, after you know Allah. See, so remember, Allah created us to worship Him. It's obligatory that we should know who we worship. And after we knew or we know who we worship, then we will learn how to enhance ourselves in the acts of worship, ibadah. That means to better our performance in our worship once we know Him. Okay? So the main thing about worship, you must remember the worship must be for Allah, and you must know Him. Alright? But how your worship is to reach Him, even though you know Him, how is your worship is to reach Him? Now, accordingly, in your worship, you must remember Him. To remember Allah in all the act of worship. Otherwise, your worship will be futile. So, that's why the Prophet had said to the companion, do you want to know which act of worship is the best to God, as well as enhancing your standing, and which is better than giving gold and silver in charity or fighting jihad? The companions answered, yes, we want to know. And the Holy Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Zikrullah, that in Arabic, in English means remembering Allah. Therefore, in all our act of worship, we must have Him in our mind. We must remember Him. Because Allah could see what in our mind. If we are worshipping Him and yet our mind is thinking of other things or remembering other things, that according to Prophet Jesus ﷺ, we are mocking Allah, made fun of Allah, and that cannot be. So in every act of worship, in our mind, there must only be one remembrance, the remembrance of God, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is what God had said, commanded, to the effect, has not the time arrived for the believers that their hearts in all humility should engage in the remembrance of Allah. Our mind should remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, here you see the word hearts. It's not the function of the heart to remember. Now here when he said heart, it's more to the spiritual heart. And according to Imam Ghazali, the spiritual heart is the mind. It's the mind. So the mind to remember. So in every act of worship, we must remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or God. Otherwise, you make fun of him. It's just like telling your wife, I love you, Susie, but in your mind you remember Mary. If Susie can see what in your mind, you will get a tight slap from her. Now, what about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? God, He can see whatever in your mind. And though you worship Him, you bow down, prostrate and whatnot, but in your mind you remember money, alcohol, and so on. And to that effect, Jesus had said that you worship what in your mind. And that is really very frightening, isn't it? So remember, your mind must always remember Allah or God. And of course, when you remember Him, there should be no form, no shape, nothing at all. Okay? So, the command of Allah. In your salat, that means your prayer or in your act of worship, remember me. Right? And then after your prayer or act of worship, when you are standing, sitting and lying down, remember me. So not only at a time when you are performing your salat, your act of worship, you remember Him until you finish the act of worship. After that, you sit down or lying down or standing, remember Him. And He also said, a man who is not beguiled by his business and financial transaction, put it simply, men who are not led astray by the functioning of his daily life in remembering Allah. That means he walk, he run, he does whatever necessary in life, yet his mind all the time remembering God. So you see, it is a full round, not only during your salat, your act of worship. After that, you remember Him, and then in your daily life, continue to remember Him. And that is what it's encouraged. And I want to stress here, zikrullah, zikr in Arabic, in English it means remember. Zikrullah means remember Allah. It doesn't aims at or meant to be holding the rosary and counting the rosary. It doesn't mean that your mouth saying Allah, 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 Allah. It doesn't mean that your heart whisper Allah, 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 Allah. No. Zikrullah means remember, not the whispering, not the counting of rosary, not the mouth like a robot keep on repeating God, 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 God. Zikrullah means remember Allah. No form, no shape, quiet. No noise, nothing. Just remember. That is zikrullah. Okay? So how do one remember Allah? The first thing you have to do, mentally say in your mind, Allah. See? Close your eyes, in your mind you say, Allah. Now remember, you must not spell it, because it must be no form, no shapes, nothing at all. Allah is not alphabet that you need to spell it out or to write it out. Allah is not sound or colors. Allah is not some kind of imaginations. Allah is not creations, nothing. When you remember Allah, just that, nothing more. And since you have no data about how is Allah, how does He look like, or you don't know, so you don't imagine Him or visualize Him. You can't. When you remember Allah, you say, Allah, that's it. It's just like remembering yourself. If your name is Smith, I'm Smith, that's it. You don't visualize your face. You don't spell your name. But you know you are Smith. And your mind, you are Smith. You didn't write S-M-I-T-H. You don't spell it out. You know. So when you remember Allah, that's it. Don't visualize. Don't spell it out. No color, no form, no shape. Just Allah. If you do that, eventually your mind will be cleared of everything that may disturb the tranquility of the mind. Because by keep on remembering Allah, you are getting all the unhealthy element in your mind out. Because you don't allow any form, any shapes, and whatsoever enter your mind except the remembrance of Allah. And this is what, according to Syekh Abdul Qadir Jalani, a scholar of Islam, Sufi, he said, in the mind there can only be one occupier, and that is Allah, the remembrance of Allah. So you remember Allah, and then you don't allow anything to come to your mind. No form, no shapes, no lettering, no color, no voice, nothing. Allah. And your mind will be empty, eventually cleansed. And this is very important. Okay? Remember Allah, and then don't allow anything to come. It's just like, but remember this, you know Allah has no form, no shape, there's no data on Him, so there shall not be any form or shape and whatsoever. It's just like you are doing your prayer or salat, and then a mischievous man come, put idols in front of you. Should you stop your prayer? No, continue. Then after your prayer, he say, hey, you worship idol. I say, why you say that? Then the idol in front of you. You say, that is not my God. I know my God. Without form, without shape. You can put anything in front of me. I know my God. It's just like they can put your child among thousands of children. You know your child. So man, a believer, he truly knows his God. No form, no shape, nothing. Just remember Allah, focus, and that's it. He doesn't allow anything else to go into his mind, because he knows his God. And even if anything entered his mind, be it idols, be it some imagination, sounds, whatnot, he can verily say, that is not my God. That means he can deny it at the outset. You are not my God. I know my God. Allah. No form, no shapes, nothing at all. And if you keep on denying this, Satan will get tired to disturb your mind. And God willing, your mind will be free of disturbance and only have an occupier, and that is Allah or God. No form, no shape, nothing at all. Just remembrance of Him. Okay? And your mind become cleansed of all the filthy and unhealthy elements God willing. Okay. So remember, when you remember Allah or God, there should not be any form, no shapes, no anything, just remembrance only. Then once you have the remembrance of Allah or God in your mind, focus to it. So you say Allah in your mind, focus to that. Allah, focus your mind to that, and raise your inner eyes, your eyeball, and focus to the raise your inner eyes to the remembrance of Allah. So your inner eyes, focus it to your mind, focus it to the place where you put the remembrance of Allah. So you say, Allah, focus your mind to that spot. Allah, focus. Focus. Don't be led astray. Focus to remember Him. Focus. So once you say in your mind, Allah, then raise your eyes ball inwardly, focusing to that place where you say Allah, and focus to that remembrance of Allah. Allah. So you just focus to that place, focus Allah. The place where you say Allah, focus your mind or your eyeball, the inner eyeball, raise it up inside, from the inside, raise it up, focus it to that place, the remembrance of Allah, the place where there's a remembrance of Allah, focus it there. Stay put. Stay put. Don't let anything else enter your mind. At the outside, deny anything that want to come in, either form or shapes or whatnot, by saying, I know my God, you are not. My God, no form, no shapes. Focus to that place where you say, Allah. Focus it. Focus to the place where the remembrance of Allah is there. Focus it, your mind. Focus in your mind the place where there's a remembrance of Allah, which is Allah. Focus it. Steadfast to it. The more you can steadfast to it, the more your mind is cleansed. And you will feel rejuvenated spiritually. It's that like you are linked to something. So when you focus, what you didn't know is that you are linked to Allah. I will show you later. So you call, it's like you call a number like 999, it's a Buddhist number. Once you call, you put the receiver on your ear and the line goes through and the other side will answer, yes, you're the police station. That is the way. So when you say Allah, it's like dialing 999. And then your focus is like putting the receiver to your ear, and then the other side will answer. That is the link. But you must be focused. Focus to that link. Very important. Once you focus, your eyelids are locked. If you try to open your eyelids, you can't. See? I can show you. When it's linked, you can open it. You can't. See? So it's linked. But if not linked, you're not focused, of course, can open. But if once you're linked, cannot open. You're linked. The linkage is through focusing. Very important, focusing. And then you must focus, maintain that focusing. Maintain. That means you have to put the receiver onto your ear after dialing 999 and wait for the call, for it to be answered. Similarly, once you remember Allah, focus it, then you have to maintain that focusing before it is answered. Okay? So remain steadfast. Remain steadfast, focus, right? Your mind focus to the remembrance of Allah in your mind. Focus, steadfast, lock it. Your eyelids are locked. Maintain it until the link is established, until it's answered by at the other end. That is, the divine link is established. This is so because God has said, remember me and I shall remember you. That is the link. You can link it with Allah or God by remembering Him. So it's very important, the linkage. Because if you think of other than God, the link will not work. The only link that link you to God is to remembering God. That's why you say, Allah, focus it. Once you focus, then be steadfast, wait for the link. Okay? And the link is, when you remember me, I will remember you. Okay? I shall remember you. And verily Allah had commanded, if my servant comes to me an inch, I will come to him a foot. If he comes to me a foot, I'll come to him a yard. And if he comes to me a yard, I'll come to him faster than that. So the link can be a foot, an inch, a foot, a yard, or much better than that. If a person ordinarily supplicate God or dua or supplicate God, normal situation is usually an inch from his mind. But if he has some wishes to achieve, then that link, he will work harder, will become a foot. But if he is in emergency, he is going to drown, or he fell from a cliff, or he is chased by wild animals, then his supplication, his dua, will be a yard or more because of the situation. So you can see the diagram here. See? Your supplication from your mind, like you remember him, the link will go up an inch in ordinary situation, a foot if you have some wishes to be fulfilled by him, or a yard or more if you are in a situation of emergency. Okay? So remember, say in your mind, Allah. Focus your eyes. Put your eyeball, focus it up to that place. Then you say Allah. Focus it. And be steadfast. Focus. Don't let anything come in. Okay? Then thereafter you already sure you are focused already, then you start. Say to God what you desire in your supplication and so on. After focusing, because He said that He will remember us if we remember Him. So that is the linkage. That is the linkage. Okay? So that is that you must remember. You say in your mind, Allah. Then focus your eyes, the inner eyeballs. Look up into the mind, to the place you say Allah. Focus it. Be steadfast about it. You can test your eyelids are locked. Now when you are already focused, then you start your supplication or whatever other acts you need to do. But your mind focus to remembrance of Allah. That is the linkage. You remember me, I remember you. Okay? That is very important. So you have to practice this at home on your own. But if you attend my seminar, you can ask in this forum where the seminar will be held. Down there, I will guide you to these aspects. But right now, you have to practice at home. Say Allah in your mind. Focus. Be steadfast about it. Keep on focusing to remembrance of Allah. No form, no shape, nothing at all. And this is the linkage that connects you to God. Because He had said, when you remember me, I remember you. So that is the linkage that we should know in order to reach Him. And this, my dear listeners, you have to practice this until you are well versed with it, quite conversant with it. And whenever you remember Him, there is no form, no shape, just remember. And that you can focus so easily all the time. That even when you speak, you walk, and you do your daily chores, your mind remember Him. Like Jesus Christ, alayhi salam, had said, like a man working 2 jobs at a time. While he breaking the rocks with his hammer, he whistles. He whistles. Okay? Similarly, you work, but your mind remember Allah. No need for rosaries. No need to utter the words Allah, Allah in your mind. No need of that, or in your heart. Let's remember Allah. No form, no shapes, no sound, nothing. Let's remember Him. Focus, remain focused, be steadfast. You must practice this at least, I would put it about 2-3 months, then you become steady. But continue to practice. Practice make perfect. And this is the highest form of ibadah or act of worship according to the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessing be upon him. He said the highest form of worship is remembering Allah. It's higher than even jihad and all other our charitable acts. Mind you, even better than jihad. The act of remembering Allah, zikrullah. Okay. So practice this until you make perfect. Inshallah, you are keen, ardent about it. Within the period 2 to 3 months, you should be okay. Even within 1 month, you should be okay. I have thousands of followers, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and other places. And many of them, I should say all of them, all right. No problem in remembering Allah, zikrullah, and be steadfast. No problem. Once you have practiced this and become a pleasure instead of pain, then you are ready. I mean, you can all the time remember Him. And this is required in all act of worships. First, we go through the dua or supplication. Here you are. You pray to Allah or supplicate God to fulfill certain of your requests or needs and so on. Supplication or dua. %90 people who perform this, they did not realize it. Their minds are focused. They are not thinking of other things except God in their mind, because they have needs to ask God to fulfill. And that He is liaising with God through this linkage directly. So you see people know, oh God, I got this disease and so on and so on and so on. Oh God, please cure me from this disease. I got a wife not working, few children underage. If I do die, it will be a hardship for that, oh God. Please help me, oh God. You see, he's talking to God directly through this linkage, but remembering God and then speak to God directly. Or she can also supplicate God, oh God, I am 46 years old, still single, oh God, spinster. Can you send one good man to me, oh God, so my life will be fulfilled? No. she is talking to God, having a request. Her mind does not think of other things except God. A direct liaison between she and God. So if you did not realize, all the time you are supplicating God or dua, you are doing it directly. It's a direct communication to God and no others but God. When you are talking to Him, you say, oh God, and we are going for a tour about the whole family. Keep us safe, oh God, when we are going during the journey, during coming back, and keep us safe thereafter, and keep us safe in the hereafter. You are talking to Him directly through this linkage, remembering Him first, then talk to Him. This is my request, oh God. Please fulfill it. So this linkage is very important. And that is why Rasulullah had said, the highest form of worship is to have this remembrance of Allah, zikrullah. Sayyidina Umar, the Prophet complaining, that said, you may have done a lot of worship until your beard turned white, but they all will be rejected by God if your mind, when doing all those acts of worship, did not remember Him at all. All your worship, act of worship will be futile. It's important to remember Him in all act of worship. So when you supplicate Allah, dua to Him, remember first in your mind, either you say God or Allah. It's the same in the Muslim aspect. God is Allah, Allah is God in a Muslim perspective. So, but we Muslim always say Allah. Allah. Focus your eyes, the inner eyes, to the remembrance of Allah. Be steadfast, and then do your supplication. Tell Him what you want. Tell Him what you want. And ask Him humbly to fulfill your request. Okay? So, you can see here, call unto your sustainer humbly. Don't raise your voice. You are the creation, not the creator. Call unto your sustainer humbly, and in the secrecy of your hearts, right? Call Him in your mind, Allah, and then with your mind, tell Him what you want, or even with your mouth you can, softly, humbly, either verbally or mentally, ask what you want. He loves not those who transgress the bounds of what is right. Okay? So you see this man, he focused, remember Allah. Once he focused, he does his supplication. And you can't hear what is in his mind. But Allah, God, and the angel can hear. Notably, God, Allah SWT, will listen to you. He had promised us, and He will be given. So ask. In order to ask, you must contact Him. In order to contact Him, you must focus. Okay? So you must now, after prayer, supplicate Him the way I've taught you. Remember Him, Allah, in your mind. Focus your inner eyes to that. Then raise your eyeballs. Focus to the place in your mind where you have said Allah, the remembrance of Allah. focusing steadfast. Once you felt steadfast, you are steadfast with it. Then supplicate him. Dua, ask what you want. Okay? So after your prayer now, when you do supplication, it must be this way. Otherwise, you will end up doing what not your mouth is saying. Your mouth say, oh God, this, that, and your mind is thinking of money, thinking of going out with friends, thinking of food. It's not consonant. And that is what Jesus said, your mind is different from what you are saying to God. Then you are make mockery of God. And that cannot be. So after your salat prayer, then you focus, put up your hand. Once you focus at remembering Him, then say it in your mind or softly, verbally, ask Him what you want. Now, my dear listeners, remember, you can see the difference and your supplications now if you adhere to what I've taught you today, to your supplication before this, whereupon your mind like being run down by typhoon when you are doing your supplication. But if you followed, adhere to what I had taught you just now, then your mind would be steady, focused, and linked with God through remembrance. Okay? Now I'm going to the second part, the act of worship, salat, prayer. And Allah said, lo, even I am Allah. There is no God save me. So serve me and establish worship to remember me. You worship to remember me. Your worship, you must remember Allah. Who else? If you remember other than Allah, then you are not worshipping Him. You must remember Him, your worship, from the beginning until the end. Steadfast on it. So, what you do? Before you stand and do your salat, remember Him in your mind, Allah. Your inner eyes focus to the remembrance of Allah. You can see your eyelid tight, sharp, focus on it. Once you feel already focus, then you start your prayer. Allahu Akbar. Then you read your Quranic verses. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. We're reading the Quranic verses. Your mind still think to Allah by remembering Him. So all the time you read, your mind must remember him throughout the prayer. So after you read all the Quranic verses, you bow down to him. Then you prostrate to him. So from standing up, reading the Quranic verses, to bow down to him, to prostrating to him, all the time in your mind, focus to remembrance of Allah. The remembrance of Allah is focus. There's no other thing. That's why I say, perform your salat to remember me. Then you stand up again, the second round. Again you read the Quranic verses. You bow down, you prostrate the second time. All the time your mind remember him steadfast. Do not let go. Then you sit down. This is the last rakat, last round. There's a 2-round prayer or 2 rakats, like Subuh or Fajr prayer, Fajr, dawn prayer. You sit down and you read the verses until finish, and then you give salam to the right, give salam to the left, but your mind must be focused to remembrance of Allah. After you give salam right and left, then you can, unfocus if you want. But better still, even after you've done your prayers, still focus. Because after that you need to supplicate him. You want to ask for requests from him and so on. It's better to continue focus, because he said, after prayer done, sit down, lying down, standing up, remember me. But at this point, it's about your salat, your prayer. Remember, before you take the takbir, Allahu Akbar, to start your salat, remember him first. Focus, steadfast. Then say your niyat that you're doing your subuh prayers 2 rounds because of Allah, or 2 rakat. Then you takbir. Then you read all the Quranic verses and so on and so on. At the same time you perform all the necessaries, movement needed. Then after you finish the prayer, but your mind is focused only to remembering Allah. That is why he had commanded, perform your salat to remember me. So from point 1 you started until point at the end, your mind has nothing else but the remembrance of Allah in it, without form, shapes, and so on. So remember this, very important for you to do your salat prayer. First, focus. Because when you focus, the link is there, that you're praying for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for God. The linkage is there. You're performing for Him. So once you have focus, say your niyat, what prayer is it, subuh, maghrib, or whatnot, then do the takbir and then start your salat, with your Quranic verses and whatnot. Whatnot means the movements, the salat. But remain focused while you performing your salat. Remain focused, your mind, remembering Him. Should not let go. Should not let others come in. If others come in, you can't help it. You just say to the others, you are not my God. I know my God. No form, no shame, nothing. Deny it. Eventually, Satan will give up. Keep on remembering Allah. No form, no shapes, nothing at all. Just remember. Focus to the remembrance from the starting of the Salah until the end. Okay? And with that focus after the end, with the focusing also, where you can do your supplication. Okay? So you can see in the example they given. See, a man going the Salah, standing up, bowing down, prostrating, and sitting down. You see the mind. Remember Allah. No form, no shape, nothing in the mind. Just remember Allah until the end of Salah. Okay? And God said, after the prayer, the Salah, continue remembering me, sitting down, lying down, or even standing up. And that's what we call meditation. Meditation. And here is what Allah said. And when you have finished your prayer, remember God, standing, sitting, and lying down. So after you finish, you sit down, continue focusing to remembrance of Allah. Continue focusing as long as you can get. You feel at ease, you feel cleansed, and you feel tranquility. And you are at peace. Remember, Allah had said, remember me and you will be at peace. He repeated it again in his commandment. Remember me and you will be at peace. So by remembering him, our mind will be peaceful, because the mind has nothing else. No form, no shape, nothing at all. Totally rid of all elements, except that the mind remember Allah, that's all. So any problem also, when you deny it from coming into your mind, it will not disturb your mind. So remember him, focus, and sit down or lying down, or sitting or standing, supporting by a pillar or wall or what. People won't know that you are meditating, because they didn't see any movement, like holding the rosary. They didn't see your mouth uttering Allah, Allah, Allah. They don't even notice your heart may beating with the sound Allah, Allah, Allah. So you can't be meditating if not this, either one of these. But what they didn't know, remembering Allah, zikrullah means remembering Allah. When you remember him, there's no voice, no movement, nothing at all. It's just a complete relaxed person whose mind is remembering Allah, and his spiritual self, his inner eyes focusing to the remembrance of Allah. So after the Salah, sit down, continue to remember him. If you're tired, lie down. If you need to stand up, but remember him. That's what he said after prayer. Sit down, lying down or standing up. Remember me. Continue to remember you. If you can remember your name without visualizing your face, neither spell your name in your mind, it's the same way you remember Allah. Don't visualize, don't spell, and nothing like unto Him. Okay. So once you finish your salah, continue sitting down, focusing your time. You can lie down and so on. Continue to remember Him. Focus. And this is a silent kind of meditation that people didn't know that at the point of time, you are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're not idling, sleeping, no. You are with God at a point of time. People won't know because there is no visible sign. The visible sign, your eyes completely shut and you are lying down relaxed, nothing come out from your mouth and so on. But what they didn't know, in your mind, you have the remembrance of Allah. And it has never been severed. And you are linked with it all the time. Okay? And that is meditation, if you want to know. Encouraged in the Quran. After Salah, sit down, lie down, and stand up. Remember me. That's the way. It's not holding rosary and counting Allah, Allah, Allah. Or by the words of Allah, 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 Allah. Or by the heart murmuring Allah, Allah, Allah. Not that way. Zikr means remember. Zikrullah, remember Allah. So your mind, remember Him and be steadfast. And that is also the main reason why thousands which followed my lectures have done their meditations without rosary, without you heard utterance from them repeating the name of Allah and so forth. Those that learn from me, their meditation is on the silent side. Silent. That many mistook them for sleeping. No, they are meditating. That means their mind is linkage with Allah and is felt happy, thinking happy and tranquil, thinking about Allah, so remembering Allah, not thinking, remembering Allah. Okay? And this should continue, not only when you, after Salah, sit down, lie down, or standing, but even in your daily life, continue to remember Him. A man who is not beguiled by his business and financial transaction, that is the daily life, not beguiled by your daily life from remembering Allah. So you can remember Allah while you are walking, while you are running and so forth. But this time, your remembering of Allah must be with open eyes. Because if you run with your eyes shut, you may end up in the drain. So you must train also opening your eyes, but in your mind, continue to remember Him. Continue to remember Him in your mind, even though your eyes are open and see what's are there in front of you. But your mind is still focusing in remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, you can carry on with this remembrance of Allah in your daily life with your eyes open. And that is really something wonderful. That means you can remember Allah all the times. Siti Aisha Ridwan Ha, the wife of our Prophet, had said, our Holy Prophet remember Allah all the time. So we should endeavor to remember Allah all the time. Okay? But to remember Him, remember, first you have to say Allah in your mind, then focus at that, and then you have to steadfast on it, istiqamah. You must train that. Now, after you had been shown how to supplicate to Him, how to salat, and how to meditate, I have shown you the three ways just now. How, number one, how to remember Him and do your supplications. Number two, how to remember Him when doing your salat. And then how to remember Him when you're doing your meditations, zikr. Okay? Now these are the basic things you must do, must know. You must continue until practice make perfect, inshallah. Okay? Then apart from your obligatory act of worship, that means the fasting 5 times a day, or fasting during the Ramadan period, or the Ramadan month, or the fasting month, you fast. I mean, after the fasting month of Ramadan, when you continue fasting, these are called non-obligatory act of worship, including the salat, which are not the 5 obligatory salats. Salat, not the 5 obligatory, are called non-obligatory salat or act of worship. This also must be done to support what you had learned just now. You had learned about how to supplicate Him, how to pray to Him, salat, and how to meditate. Then, apart from the obligatory act of worship, you should support this with the non-obligatory act of worship. That means supporting the obligatory acts of worship to the non-obligatory. And you can see God say about the non-obligatory worship. There is no other way for you to get close to me other than by doing the non-obligatory worships in addition to the obligatory worships, and this will eventually earn you my affection. No other ways. So once you can focus remembering Him, now you can focus in your supplication. You can focus in your daily five daily prayer. You can focus in your meditation. Quiet, silent meditation. You back all this out apart from the obligatory act of worship with the non-obligatory act of worship. And number one is the night salat, the night worship, so the night prayer. Okay? In the middle of the night, you carry out the non-obligatory prayer that's called tahajjud. Tahajjud. And this is what is said. Allah said, "Oh, thou folded in garments, stand to prayer by night, but not all night, half of it or little less or little more. Up to you, because night prayer, tahajjud, does not have a maximum round or rakat. I normally do 20 rakat, 20 rounds. Okay? But you can do more if you like. Okay? Now, I want to put it to the listeners also, my dear listeners. If you are old or you are heavy, you can do the non-obligatory worships sitting down. Because Islam is a religion of convenience. It doesn't make you suffer. So you're too old, too heavy to stand up, sit down and do your night worship, the non-obligatory night worship. It can be half a night or lesser than it. And again Allah had said, and in the small watches of the morning, it will be an additional prayer for spiritual profit for thee, for you. Soon will thy Lord raise thee to a station of praise and glory. So again he said, before the dawn, do the tahajjud prayer. You can do it 20, 40, 60, 100, up to you. It can be 2, it can be 4. But I would recommend 20. Why I would recommend 20? And usually I read the verse from 20 rakat from At-Takasur to Tabbat Yada. Complete in these 20 rounds of prayer, these verses of Quran you read will assist you to know that you have done the 20, because if you start with At-Takasur, then the second rakat will be Surah Ikhlas, Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Allahu Samad. So the second verse, second round of prayer, that should be the verse, Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Surah Al-Ikhlas. Then the next one after Tabbat Yada, you read the Wal Asri. And then the second round will be Surah Ikhlas, Qul Huwallahu Ahad. Then the third round of prayer, that will be 6, the one round is 2, 6. The first you read, Wailul likulli humazatil lumaza, then the Surah Ikhlas. And when you reach at the end, you read Tabbat Yada. That you know you have reached the 10 times 220, 10 prayers, then 2 rounds, 20 rounds. And the second round will be Surah Ikhlas. So every time Surah Ikhlas will be the second round. You have done 20 rakat tahajjud. But why do I encourage you to do tahajjud 20 rakat in that manner? Because when come Ramadan period, the fasting period, and during this Ramadan period, there is a special prayer, privilege, special prayer, which is called Tarawih, Salat Tarawih. And these are specially, exclusively for the month of Ramadan. And this Tarawih prayer or Salah is 20 rounds, 10 prayers, 20 rounds. Now, since you had done your tahajjud in the like manner, you can continue doing it during the Ramadan period as Tarawih by changing the niyat or the intention. Instead, I pray tahajjud 20 rakat because of Allah. You say, I pray Tarawih 20 rakat because of Allah. The rest remain the same. And that is the idea I would advise you to do 20 rakat for tahajjud. You want to do more? Well, much better. I'm glad you can. Because during the fasting period of month, I will do the tahajjud 20 rakat. At the same time, I will do the Tarawih after that. or I do the Tarawih first 20 rakat, then in the middle of the night I will do the Tahajjud 20 rakat. So fasting month will be 40 rakats. But as I said, for those who are old, feeble, right, or who is quite heavy, you can perform your act of worship sitting down. Okay? So that is the night prayer. Then you can see Tahajjud prayer does not have the maximum count, but the minimum is 2. Okay? It can be done after the Isha until the dawn prayer. So you wake up at night and do your Salat Tahajjud. But daytime, you continue your non-obligatory prayer, fasting. This is fasting outside the fasting month, the Ramadan period. It's a non-obligatory fasting. Okay? You can see we are coming back from the small jihad to a bigger jihad. And that is jihadul nafs. Okay? Against your wanton desire, to control your wanton desire. So you perform the non-obligatory fasting to contain your desire. Okay? Because fasting, according to the Prophet, is a shield. Okay? And Allah say, it is better for you that you fast if you only knows. All the act of worship the children of Adam are for themselves except fasting. Verily, fasting is for me, Allah said. And personally, I will reward them. A person who fasts a day to seek my blessing, I will keep hell away from him a distance of traveling 70 years. Now, my dear listeners, you can perform the non-obligatory fasting outside the Ramadan period or Ramadan month, non-obligatory prayers, fasting, every day except 5 days that you can. A person is not obliged to break his fast except for 5 days, which are prohibited by Rasulullah, and they are the Idul Fitri, that is your big day or Hari Raya after the Ramadan month, or Idul Adha. Idul Adha is the Idul Adha is the big day for the Hajj. Okay? For the Hajj. So it is a big day during the Hajj period, Idul Adha. And 3 days after, consecutively after the Idul Adha prayer, or Idul Adha day, so the fasting, the celebration. So you can fast during the Idul Fitri celebration, that is after the fasting month. You cannot do your fasting after the during the Ramadan period. You cannot do the non-obligatory inside the obligatory. You can't. During the Ramadan period, you only fast the obligatory fasting. After that, then you can continue your obligatory, non-obligatory fasting days. You can. Except for 5 days, the 2 Hari Raya, the 2 big celebration. One is the Idul Fitri after the Ramadan period. Then the second one, Idul Adha, the time of the Hajj. There will be a celebration day called Idul Adha. You can. And 3 days after the Idul Adha, consecutive 3 days you can. That is called the day of the Tashriq, you can't. So in Islam, only 5 days you are forbidden to fast. The 2 Hari Rayas and the 3 days Tashriqs, you can't. Other than that, you can continue your non-obligatory prayer. Okay. So at night, you stand up and pray your tahajjud. Daytime, you fast. I fast 6 days a week for many years already. Except Sunday, we have to go every 1 day for society because there are a lot of invitations for wedding or walim for me. So I can't fast on Sunday. I have to go to all these invitations. But Monday to Saturday, I fast for many years. And the other exception, when I'm traveling as a musafir, travelers, I do not fast because that God have given benefits for us, which I choose as a musafir or traveler. So I don't fast when I'm traveling to other countries. Okay. So other than that, you can fast every day, and some of those who follow my lectures, thousands of them, some fast Monday to Thursday, some Monday to Friday, some Monday to Saturday, and so on. And for many years. It's not easy to get this privilege of non-obligatory fasting. So mind you, if you got this privilege, I call it privilege because it's a gift from Allah. Not everyone can do it. If you got this gift from Allah, the non-obligatory prayer, it's a privilege even. Don't lose it, my good friend. Because once you lost it, to get back, it's very difficult. Unless God forgive you and allow you to continue again. Otherwise, it will be a big problem. So once you got it, keep it intact at all costs. So one of my companions, we went to Umrah together. I told them, fast when you at the Masjid al-Haram, fast. We'll do the Umrah at night. So fast during the day. He could do 5 days because the Umrah was 6 days. He could only fast 5 days. One day he was not well, so he did not fast. So he kept on asking me, is it right for me to do that? What should be? I don't want to answer. But he keep on pestering until I say, look, you want the answer? To me, even I'm sick, I continue fasting. I rather die fasting than live without fasting. And he was so taken aback, was shocked. Until today, he looked at me, he just could not believe that was my answer. But that is my answer. Many times I was sick, my wife asked me to stop fasting. I say no. I continue, I even willing to die, but not giving up fasting. Say, non-obligatory fasting. So fast, once you get it, don't lose it, my friend. It's a privilege. It is a privilege, divine privilege given to you. It's not easy for anyone to perform the non-obligatory fasting. Okay? Remember the 5 days you can't, other day you can. Okay? You can start from Monday and Thursday, after the Monday to Thursday, then Monday to Friday, then Monday to Saturday, and so on. Okay? As I say, when I'm traveling, I don't fast. When traveling, I don't fast. And Sunday, I don't fast because that day I allocate it for the society. Because there are a lot of wedding invitation on Sunday. Okay? So one day for the society, I will fast. So fast is good for your health also. You can see from this medical report, periodic fasting not only lower one's risk of coronary artery disease and diabetes, but also causes changes in blood cholesterol levels. Okay, that's the second thing. At night, wake up, pray, the night prayer. Daytime, perform the non-obligatory fasting, except for the 5 days I had mentioned. And third one, read the Holy Quran. It's a holy book, holy scriptures from our Lord, God. It's just if you have a girlfriend sending you a letter, you will read it until it becomes brown, torn and tattered. Still you keep on reading it. But it's from our God, the one we worship, the one we love, admire, respect. Don't you want to read from him this letter? See this old lady. If you read the Quran regularly, ardently, I can tell you, I honestly believe you will never be senile. And you can see this lady, even the eyesights are good. I'm sure she's around 80 or maybe more. Eyesights are good and not senile. I honestly believe you continue reading the Quran, you will not be senile and even have a good eyesight like this lady. And every time you read the Quran, every single alphabet, you get a spiritual reward from Allah. For example, like Alif, Lam, Mim, certain verses of the Quran which Alif, Lam, Mim. It's not considered as one slide, but 3. You got 3 rewards. And this what Allah has said, read in the name of thy Lord who created. Okay, read. This is Iqra. Read. Every syllable of the Quran read by a person, it is recorded for him as one good deed, and this deed will then become tenfold. I did not mean that Alif Lam Mim is one syllable, but Alif is one syllable, Lam is one syllable, and Mim is one syllable. Okay. So those who read the Quran and are good at it will be placed among the noblest. But those who are not, who have difficulty reading the Quran, will be given 2 rewards. 2 rewards, not 1. Because even though difficult, he tried. Okay. So read the Quran. So at night, you do the night worship. Daytime, you do the non-obligatory fasting. Then you read the Quran. Then, my friend, be charitable. Be charitable. Alright? Give to charity. Give to charity. You will not attain unto piety until you spend of that which you love. And whatsoever you spend, Allah is aware of thereof. You know? So don't give that things that you do not want. Don't give things of no value that nobody wants. Give something that of value. You go to the mosque, you use its water. You use its space, lights and fans and all that. And in your bag you have $2.50. You give 50 cents. Right? It's better to give that $2. Be generous. And that is charitable. 50 cents instead of $2. I mean, for Singaporean especially. I think you are really stingy with Almighty. 50 cents. Okay. I'm not asking you to give the 50 notes in your bag or the 100 notes. No. $2 is there, 50 cents. Put the $2, not the 50 cents. So that's why if you give something of value, Allah is aware thereof. Take notice of it. Okay? So, wake up at night, do your prayer, daytime, do the non-obligatory fasting, read the Quran, give to charity, and live austerity, in austerity. Okay? That means don't be too materialized, materialism. Right? Nothing is the life of this world but a play and a passing delight, and the life in the hereafter is by far the better. For all who are conscious of God will not that you use your reason. That means don't be too materialistic. Everything must be expensive. Your life will be surrounded by expensive things. No, don't need all this. Live in austerity means reasonable. Alright? Reasonable. No need to be over than that. Like, for example, look at this. The bangles. Right? All this not necessary. Not enough at the leg also. Not enough on this one. Worse. This is the worst, right? Live reasonably, reasonable. See? Alluring unto man is the enjoyment of worldly desire through women and children, and heap up treasures of gold and silver, and horses of high mark, and cattle and lands. All these may be enjoyed in the life of this world. But the most beauteous of all gold is with God. So live in austerity. That means don't be too materialistic. Live a reasonable life. Okay? So read the Quran, give to charity, live in austerity, and be kind. Be kind. Wherever there's a human being, there's opportunity for kindness. See this handicapped person still can feed, love, kind to the cat. Allah loves those who are kind. Okay? Those who believe in Allah and the hereafter, then they must be kind to their neighbors. Those who believe in Allah and the hereafter, they must honor their guests. Those who believe in Allah and the hereafter, they must be kind to their words or not to speak. Lo, Allah enjoys justice and kindness, and giving to kinsfolk, and forbiddeth lewdness and abomination and wickedness. He exalted you in order that you may take heed. So be kind to all His creation, mankind, beasts, insects, and so forth. Be kind. The next one is hang on to Sharia. Whatever happens, stick to Sharia. Okay? Here it says, unto each nation have we given sacred rites, that is Sharia, which they are to perform. So let them not dispute with thee of the matter. Unto every one of you have we appointed a different law, Sharia, and way of life. And they who do not judge in accordance with what God has revealed, they are the evildoers. So stick to Sharia. Because the prophet said, by God, the prophet said, if my daughter steals, I will amputate her hand. See? Prophet said. See how great a prophet, stick fast to Sharia. Okay? Remember our grace upon you, and that we shall reveal unto you of the scriptures and wisdom of traditions. And so the prophet said, I left for you two references, which if you hold to them, you will never be led astray. And that are the Quran and my tradition, the As-Sunnah. Okay? And that are the basis of Sharia, the base. Okay? And not only to the Quran and to the As-Sunnah, the tradition of prophets, the Prophet had said also, if you come across any new things, innovations, check them with my tradition, of the Quran first, then his tradition, the Sunnah, and if they cannot find an answer to that, whether it should be adopted or not, then check with the tradition of my rightly Caliph or my companion. This procedure must be adhered to in whatsoever circumstances. You go back to his Caliphs. And that's why Allah said, the first to lead the way to paradise of the Muhajirin and the Ansar, that means, and those who follow them in goodness. Okay? That means you can see the first to enter into paradise will be from the Muhajirin and Ansar, will be supporting the prophets in his da'wah. And those who followed them in goodness, that means if you're true to your calling, inshallah, you will enter paradise with them. So at night, wake up, do your night prayer, daytime fasting, non-obligatory. Read the Quran, be charitable, live in austerity, be kind. Stick to the Sharia laid down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, you won't be led astray. And be God-fearing. It is very important. Don't fool around. He's all watching, all knowing. Don't fool around. Even knows what in your heart. So be God-fearing, For those who fear thy Lord unseen, you don't see, but he sees you. For them is forgiveness and a great reward. For those who fear their Lord unseen, if we didn't see, we feared him. For believers who are those who, when Allah is mentioned, feel a tremor in their hearts. I am much informed of Allah, Rasulullah said. I know a lot about Allah, and yet I fear him greatly more than all of you. Okay? So, my dear listeners, I have guided you how to remember him, how to do your supplications, with your prayer and your meditations. And then I have also showed you, apart from the obligatories, act of worship, what the non-obligatory act of worship you should carry on to support yourself, whereas now already have the knowledge, the ma'rifatullah, so that you can remain to be steadfast to Allah in your belief, in your daily life and so on. I show you the act of worship, which is non-obligatory, to support what you have learned. Nighttime wake up, night prayers, daytime fasting, non-obligatory fasting. Read the Quran. Okay? Then be charitable, live in austerity, stick to the Sharia, and be fearful of Allah. Remember this, study well. May Allah bless all of us. Inshallah. I stop here. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.